The homeless population in our country on any given day is nearing 600,000. 1.2 million are in prison and tens of thousands re-enter society through halfway houses, while drug addiction soars and national overdose deaths surpassed 100,000 last year. Another 1.2 million elderly are shut away in nursing homes, and 3.5 million teens are on the streets, and over 500,000 of those are without a guardian. Partnering with local churches and ministries, the Forgotten Ones Crusade is designed to reach these. While I certainly will be working with a local body, most of my time will be spent in the streets, alleys, beneath bridges, in halfway houses, shelters, and in nursing homes, wherever they are, and will hopefully be joined by those called to such a purpose. In many places, teams are already preparing for this, and I am working with them. The Forgotten Ones Crusade will take me on the road for 3.5 years on a missionary journey across our country. At this point, I'm scheduled to go to 154 cities, and I may add more. The focus, like one of the Baker and the Breads on Facebook, is to remember those society has or would rather forget, those that our Lord has never forgotten. The homeless, disenfranchised, and disconnected. The addict and alcoholic, the prisoner and the ex-con, the elderly in nursing homes or homebound, and dispossessed children and teens. I will engage with local churches and ministries and will speak at many as well as lead seminars to help them establish a ministry or bolster the one they already have. I've had a good amount of success where I am, and I have a platform that regularly reaches millions to encourage Christians far and wide towards service, and I want to share the progress of this journey. Now, I'm all in. Everything I own and all that I am is in this mission, and I'm not going to quit. It is my calling, indeed, my passion. God has purposed me for this, and with God's calling, an online team, and boots on the ground, my hope is to work diligently in the fields of harvest. The numbers above are immense and absolutely staggering, and that presents a perception problem for us. We often make the mistake of viewing people in groups and feel successful when we feed large numbers or shelter many. But that begs the question of why are we doing this? We get lost in the numbers and judge our success based on them, creating a disconnect in our minds. Ministries often feed the body but leave the spirit to languish, and conversely, churches will feed the spirit and leave stomachs to rumble in despair while bodies shiver in the cold and minds are left to the wasteland of mental illness. We sometimes forget because all we see are the numbers, and we try to tackle them instead of the root problem, the individual. Now, it's difficult to tell a hungry man about the bread of life, and a mind plagued by mental illness has difficulty grasping the hope of Christ. But if we only address the body and the mind, we perpetuate the sickness of society that has reached epidemic proportions. The heart of the problem is, after all, a problem of the heart. And we must find ways to navigate past the physical and psychological to reach the spirit, and that can only happen one way. We can solve societal ills like homelessness, but it will be done one relationship at a time. The Forgotten Ones Crusade is just this. It is a call and an effort to return to our roots that Jesus first planted, relationship evangelism. He met the fisherman by the seashore, Matthew at the tax collector's table, and the demoniac of the Gadarenes in the cemetery. And he called them in such a way that they could understand. He met them where they were, as they were, called them to be with him, and then on to service. If you have further questions, please reach out, and I hope you'll join me for the Forgotten Ones Crusade. My contact information is below.